Iscariot.
It's Judas Iscariot. The first words for this episode. All right, guys. Welcome to GEEKChow presents a bunch of cool movies, cartoons, toys, video games, regular games that we're pretty excited about that are coming out 2017 and that are going to be super rad.
Yeah, if they're not rad, you should probably demand your money back, not from us, but from whoever you bought it from.
That's fucking right. That's a good way to start this. All right, so let's get into it.
Cheeseburgers.
Cheeseburger. What's going to be super rad in 2017? I'll tell you what's going to be super rad. Star Wars Episode 8.
Or V111.
I had to look at that again to be like, V111. I was like, is that 9? No, I'm stupid. That's 8. Not too,
It also brings us into one of the sad points of course,
for real.
Of 2016, is that we've lost so many great people, one of which being
Carrie Fisher. Who passed away a couple days ago. Also, her mother passed away like the day after she died, which is pretty. I didn't know her mother was Debbie Reynolds.
Neither did I. I think I remember it somewhere reading a biography called Skywalking of George Lucas when I had to do like a report in like 6th grade.
Yeah.
But nothing that ever stuck in my head.
That's fair. No, I didn't know that either. I also didn't know Debbie Reynolds was the voice of Charlotte in Charlotte's Web.
Did not know that either.
No, stuff you find out on the internet when you're bored.
Yeah.
But no, my condolences to the Fisher and Reynolds family. It's a total bummer. Super bummer. I don't know too much about Episode 8 anyway. I don't know what information there is about it. I mean, Rey's going to hand Luke Skywalker his lightsaber back.
So hopefully. I mean, hopefully
they'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he'll just like knock it out of her hand and push her off the cliff.
Get the fuck out of here!
I don't want it!
I've been alone for so long I forgot how to interact with people.
I'm Luke Skywalker.
I was gonna go into Toshi Station and get the power converters.
That's all I was gonna do.
Where's my blue milk? I want my blue milk.
I can waste time with my friends now.
I've been alone for so long.
Wow, that devolved fast.
Yeah. Sorry that I left picture Carrie Fisher up there during this. Alright, so cool things to 2017.
Woo!
Some of you may or may not know, I am a cook / chef and have been for the past 12, 13 years. One of the things I really enjoy is a magazine called Lucky Peach. Hey, Pupperdoodle.
It's about peaches that'll grant your wishes.
Yeah, Lucky Peaches. Momofuku's, which is where the name comes from. This is David Chang's magazine of the Momofuku Group. They have got plenty of good issues. It's a quarterly magazine. But they do books every once in a while now. One of them being The Worst of Lucky Peach there, which is just a book that catalogs a shit ton of sausages, which is amazing.
You get it worst with a U instead of an O.
Yeah, so it's actually the best of the worst of Lucky Peach.
It's like, the bratwurst.
Yeah, it's the bratwurst.
The not worst.
Or the bratva.
Not the bratva.
Not the bratva. So, I mean, you can tell by the covers. It's a really cool magazine. It's got a really cool vibe. It's pretty amazing. So, they've got 3 books out now. 101 Easy Asian Recipes, Power Vegetables, and The Works of Lucky Peach. Their executive editor or editor-in-chief, Peter Meehan, did Power Vegetables and 101 Easy Asian Recipes.
Which you should look also for coming eventually. Me and Tony cooking for one of these recipes.
Yeah, once I figure out how to edit that video and find that video properly, we made the rotisserie chicken ramen from that book, which turned out really well.
Yeah, I was super happy with it.
Yeah, it's a good pramen. It's when you take ramen and you dress it up for prom. But anyway, so the book coming out in April this year is going to be all about eggs. I actually hate that cover.
Why? Because it looks like a Dr. Seuss book?
No, you know what it reminds me? It reminds me of those pamphlets you used to get at churches.
Oh yeah, is it a baby or is it not?
Yeah,
God says yes.
Yeah, exactly, stuff like that. This is going to be the first one by Rachel Kong, who's one of the editors of Lucky Peach. Oh, Chris Ying is the one who did Worst for Lucky Peach, just to give him credit. Obviously, it's going to be all about eggs. I have no doubt in my mind that it's going to be filled with silly, awesome anecdotes, F-bombs, and really cool recipes with eggs. Like most of this stuff is.
Yeah.
However, also this year, and I think this is June because we didn't do any real research. We just found pictures on the internet. Rachel
Research
Kong
me.
is releasing her first novel, which is Goodbye Vitamin. I have no idea what it's about. I'm going to pick it up, and hopefully it's not some...
Lemons.
I don't know why. Just looking at it, and the vibe I get is like Valley of the Dolls, which kind of terrifies me. Like, I don't want to read it.
Should.
I don't want to read it if that's what it's going to be. Oh, what is this? It's like the bell jar meets food. Oh, okay. What a good idea.
Oh, I get it. You're like cooking your head in the oven.
Yeah, sweet. But yeah, so that's coming out. I figured we'd stick in the vein of food. I'm probably the only one who cares about this, but this year marks that there will be a third season of Shokugeki no Soma, which is my favorite anime of all time because it's amazing. It's Food Wars, and it's this really intense cooking school, and it's super dope. I've watched both the first 2 seasons, which are on Crunchyroll if you have Crunchyroll, and I have all the manga that are out right now except for the last one, which I think is 14. It's pretty amazing. It's got good stories. It's really fun. It's got some fan service, but not a ton. I'm not actually a fan of fan service. Like animated underpants just don't do it for me. But it should be really cool. Now, the most exciting food news, in my opinion.
Yes, coming. Definitely high point of all of this so far.
Yeah, highlight of all the food news for 2017. Alton Brown is back.
Woo!
He announced a couple weeks ago on Twitter and various social medias that he is making Good Eats for the internet.
Right.
I don't know if it's going to be called Good Eats. I wonder if Food Network owns the rights to that name. Like, I don't know. I mean, he said Good Eats is coming back, but I mean, is it going to be called Good Eats or is it going to be called Well-Liked Food?
Yeah.
Or Adequate Chow?
The best of foodstuffs.
Yeah. After seeing him this year in person, like...
yeah, both me and Tony and another one of our friends, we went to see him live in Hartford.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
It was amazing. It was an awesome show. His, what's it called? Eat Your Science?
Yeah.
Yeah, his Eat Your Science tour. It was so cool, so fun. The stuff with
a lot of, same kinds of things that he would do on the Good Eats show.
Exactly. And it was what? Basically like 2 Good Eats shows?
Yeah, kind of put together. I mean, there were different segments dedicated to different types of food. There was a popcorn segment dedicated to mixed drinks.
Yeah.
And
then there was the opening ceremony or whatever you want to call it. His soliloquy in the beginning. That was pretty cool. We're just talking about
these Food 10 Commandments.
Yes, Food 10 Commandments. That's what it is. Thank you. I didn't remember that. I almost forgot about that part of the show completely.
Yeah. So, it was broken up into segments where he discussed different things, and it was done for the stage, and it was very, very well done.
Oh, so good. So good. And they have, I don't know, there's parts of it that made me, reminded me of, Devo and stuff like that, when he's doing the drum machines on the popcorn.
Yep. The popcorn pop, yeah.
Super cool.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that musical number. I remembered the one he did about GMOs.
Yep. The guitar in the beginning.
Yep, the mise en place.
Yep. Oh, it's just a really, really good show. He's been talking about doing another Good Eats for a long time. This is a way older picture. It's not as flattering. I've been watching this religiously because it's on the cooking channel every night from 11 to 12. So I just DVR them. Because I never watched this show when it was on. My dad loved it because he loved the science of it. And I was like, all right, that's cool, whatever. I'll stick to my Iron Chef. I was like, and it's funny because most of the time I try to distance myself from cooking shows because a lot of times they just stress me out. Because I'll be watching them and I'll be like, that person's doing a horrible job. Cross-contamination. Just this stuff that sticks with you.
Yeah. If the more you know about something, the more you can see
nitpick it and pick it apart. So there's that. But then I was... BJ, our friend that went with us to this show, he and I used to be roommates. And he would watch it because they started putting up collections on Netflix. And I was like, dude, this show's fucking amazing.
It is. It's the Mr. Wizard of cooking shows.
Yeah, which is exactly like food science. If I could do it all over again, I would become a food scientist instead of a chef. I like making the food stuff, but I enjoy learning, how like the Maillard reaction works and like all that other little stuff that's just like really fun and cool about the science of cooking.
Yeah, I mean, Good Eats, if you've never watched it, touches on everything about the recipe you're talking about. The science of it and why the recipe works, the cultural anthropology of it,
Yep.
where it came from culturally, historically, and how the food was created, and as well as just, what's brought it into the American mainstream, or not even the American mainstream in some cases.
Yeah, no, and like each, I mean, there's something like these like 360 episodes or 460 episodes, something ridiculous like that. Don't ever try to buy it on Amazon though, because it'll cost you your entire fortune and your firstborn child. It's so expensive. It's also, like I said, it's also like 400, 500 episodes of TV. But yeah, I really like now. I'm into it all the time. Like I watch it every night, basically, or in the morning because I'll DVR it, and sometimes at 11 o'clock I'm already asleep. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what 2017 brings for Good Eats and Alton Brown fans everywhere.
Yeah, and I mean, if he's coming around this area on tour again, I'm definitely going to go see it.
Yeah, if it's the same show, I don't know, maybe. If it's something different, that'd be cool. But if it's the same show, like the cocktail part of the show can be totally different each time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, when we saw the cocktail show, the lady he chose up to mix cocktails with actually had never drank booze in her life. So that was pretty impressive.
And they got 3 terrible ingredients.
I wish I wrote them down and I could remember. It was like Jägermeister, I don't know, chartreuse, and like,
coffee grounds.
And yeah, coffee grounds. We were just like, ooh. Now we won't spoil how he gets everybody to drink this garbage, but it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, there was basically a wheel of ingredients, and you could get any of 3 different ingredients.
Yeah, exactly. So like, it's like,
the science behind a cocktail.
3 different things.
Yeah.
And she got Jägermeister. It wasn't chartreuse, but it was something like chartreuse because I remember looking it up after we got out of the show. And then coffee ground, which is pretty fucking disgusting.
Blech.
All right, segue. So after food, all right. So we've talked about Star Wars. We've talked about food. We'll get some other stuff for 2017. If I show you this picture and you know what this is, you're fucking cool in my book. If you don't know what it is, I'm not surprised.
I know.
You know. What is it, Chris?
Why? Oh my god. Oh, I'm not going to know what number they are. Damn it.
It's okay. Can you remember their names?
What season they're in?
What's the current one?
Yeah, no, I know. But I mean, it's Kamen Rider.
Yeah, it's Kamen Rider. It's Kamen Rider X-Aid.
Yeah, so okay. Yeah, that's right. It's like a Band-Aid.
Yeah, like Band-Aid. And you got X-Aid, Brave, and Snipe there. So these are our SH figure arts, which are made by Tamashii Nations, which is a subsidiary of Bandai. And this is a 3-figure set that's coming out in April. A lot of stuff seems to be coming out in April. I've been watching Kamen Rider for quite a few years now, somewhere close to like 7 or 8 years. I got into it with Forze and watching Super Sentai, which everyone knows is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, but watching the current Japanese ones because their stories are way better and they're geared for a bit more adult than just like friend problems and being good in school and don't do drugs like Power Rangers does. Because like, the American ones suck. But this is X8, which is based... They all have like a theme. Like Forza was all like space exploration and switches and rockets and shit. Kamen Rider Wizard was all magic and wizards and shit. And this one's based on video games. Like you can't tell, but they basically stick like a weird video game cartridge in their belt to Henshin.
Right. And you got the pink one there who's like the Mario clone.
Yep.
And then you've got the knight to the right who's, Legend of Zelda RPGs. Mm-hmm. And the left is the sniper.
These are first-person shooters. Yeah, first-person shooters. This set's like going to be like $105, but these dudes normally, figure arts are usually like, I don't know, $55 on their own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I have one from Tiger and Bunny that I got for like on the super cheap. Is my favorite design. He's my least favorite character, but Brave is my favorite design out of all of them. I got him for like $25, but I mean, there's also like Tamashii Nations does more than just figure arts. They do Soul of Chogokin, which is all like robots and shit, which we'll get into in a couple minutes. They do the monster arts, which are like giant Godzillas and Gameras and shit like that, and those are like $150 right out the gate. Like, not like collector prices. Like, hi, we made this. We're selling it for $150 solid. It's cool though, because in recent years they've actually started importing them to America, like straight up, like not you have to go through some weird Japanese buyer to get them, which I really dig. And speaking of Soul of Chogo again, I saw this when I went to New York Comic Con this year. These are two combiner robots, and I'll let you sit on that for a hot second to see if you can figure out what they're from.
Give up?
Give up? Yeah, they're Toy Story dudes. The one on the right is Buzz Lightyear, one of the green claw aliens, and like a Buzz Lightyear spaceship. And they all combine to form that dude. The one on the left is Woody, Slinky Dog, Ham, Rex, and Bullseye. Formed together to get that dog.
No, I didn't see any Bullseye, but
it's his arm that's in the back, like the one that's away from us. You can see it better in the next picture. But the two of these will be sold separately, but then they combine to form this giant. See, Bullseye's the leg in this one.
Oh yeah, Toy Voltron.
Giant, fucking.
Yeah, you can see everybody way better in this one.
I know, it's a lot more concise. It makes a lot more sense when you look at it like that. Yeah. That thing's gonna be a pain in the ass to put together, though. I tell you. But it's super cool. I saw when I saw it at Comic-Con, I was like, "This is amazing." The other thing I saw at Comic-Con that I really liked was they're doing a Soul of Chogokin Voltron. This dude's like $230. But it's awesome. It's like, I'm gonna say a foot to 14 inches tall. Like, it's pretty big. It comes with all this rad shit. Like, okay, I get the sword. I get the little knives that the lions hold in their mouths, right? I get that ninja star thing, because I remember that from when I had it as a kid. I don't remember two little swords, and all the stuff on the left, I have no idea what it is. I'm assuming it's like the weapons that go on the lions when they're lions.
Oh, no, they're like binoculars and stuff so they can see farther.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because lions, they don't have good eyesight, and in space, you need to be able to see into the distance. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, you have a valid point.
Right. Oh, that's just science.
It comes with two faces too.
Angry Voltron.
Yeah, one of them's just going ah. And then there's a little blue stand.
Put all the weapons in.
Put all the weapons in your goobity goops on.
Yeah, because like when Voltron's like done for the day and he comes back to his place, he's just like, let me take off all these weapons.
Yeah, let me just chill out and I'm gonna put him on this little staircase.
He also comes with a little Archie Bunker recliner. Eat it!
Eat it! That makes me think of Sally Struthers. Me and my fiance have been on this huge Gilmore Girls binge. And Sally Struthers is in that show, and she plays a fucking crazy person. It's hilarious. But anyway, alright, so finish up toys. We'll go into Chris's specialty.
Marvel Legends.
Chris knows more about these than... Chris has forgotten more about the Marvel Legends than I could probably know about most toys. So,
right. Marvel Legends line. It started actually a while ago. Probably going on close to like 20 years now.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, I had that Deadpool, remember? And I had that for years before I got rid of it. Yep.
But as of recently, I think probably with the iteration of the movies, they've moved into the I believe what was the Infinite series.
Okay.
And they, there's Marvel Legends, and then there's the 3.75 inch versions.
Are those still Marvel Legends, or are they called something else?
They're the Infinite series.
Oh, that's the Infinite series. Oh, okay.
Right. So you've got this size.
Those guys are what? Probably about 8 inch figures, 6 inch figures.
No, those ones are the 3.75.
Oh, I meant these dudes we're looking at. I'm sorry, I'm confusing everything up.
The ones that you're looking at are the 6 inch figures.
6 inch. Okay.
The 6 inch figures, which have been around a while.
Yeah, I think I was at first.
There were builder series that were older, like this one, like this Wolverine right here.
Oh, I'm assuming I can't see your camera. I'm assuming you're showing a picture of Wolverine.
Yes.
I'm showing. I was like, where's
an actual Wolverine figure. You know, and if you bought that guy, he wasn't part of a Builder series, but he came with Ogun in the background holding a samurai sword.
Yeah.
And then they moved on to the Builder series, which were similarly constructed action figures. You know, each one would come with 6 figures in a set, much like this set here, and each one would come with a piece of another figure.
I think that's such a cool idea. Like it's like marketing genius.
Yeah.
Hey, you want all of the Red Skull as onslaught?
Onslaught. There you go.
I was like, as Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Red Skull.
Worst Marvel villain ever.
Yeah. I saw those in the store the other day, and I thought I was crazy because I'm looking at it and I was like, that's Onslaught, and everything said makes Red Skull, and I was like, what?
I'll explain that to you later, but yes, it does make sense.
Okay, fair enough.
So these figures, as you can see, you know, they've now started releasing them kind of in waves. There's been a couple Spider-Man waves, a couple X-Men waves. These ones you're looking at now are part of the X-Men wave coming out for 2017.
With the exception of Valkyrie Woman and Nova, right?
Angela and Nova, no. Those ones, I believe, are actually part of the other series that are going to be coming.
Oh, okay. And you got Shatterstar.
Right. I believe it's going to be the Colossus, Cyclops, Dazzler, Polaris, Sunfire, and each of their pieces are going to be the Build-A-Figure to make Warlock.
Oh, I didn't even realize it's different colors in the background, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you've got Dr. Captain Manhattan.
Right. Dr. Captain Manhattan, Shadowhawk, Nova, and Angela up there.
Yeah. Yeah, their backgrounds make me feel like they're part of a different set.
Right. They're probably
I just realized Dazzler has roller skates on.
Yeah, Disco Dazzler there.
That's awesome.
The sculpts on these characters are real amazing. They look like they're straight out of the comics. I can't.
Nice figures.
Yeah, like the older figures, you would get a couple good sculpts, and then you get some that are like, kind of stretching the genre. Kind of they look super cartoony in one aspect or another, so they don't seem to quite fit with the other ones. These all fit. They all look like they're right out of the comics. And what's more is if you've seen the movie figures, they look like the Iron Man one looks like it's based on Robert Downey Jr.
See, like that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, they look like.
Oh, go ahead, man.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, they look like they're photorealistic from the movies.
Yeah.
Down to the Doctor Strange one, down to even the Spider-Man one, which they just released in a Civil War set, which was like a battle-ravaged Captain America and a battle-ravaged Tony Stark.
Was that and then you saw at the store that day?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And then Spider-Man with his costume from the movie. He looks completely different than the comic book Spider-Man that they've released.
Yeah.
But each of them, they all have their own merits.
Which is pretty awesome. Like, I like them. I'm one of those people that I have to start collecting something at the beginning. So, like, I'll never buy these ever.
Right. I was kind of the same way, and then I decided to get, I had some extra money, so I decided to get all the movie Avengers.
Okay.
And then I did, and, then I saw the X-Men one with Deadpool and Cable, and I was like, I'll just get Deadpool and Cable.
That's how it starts.
And then I was like, well, I've got Wolverine here, too. He's a cool sculpt. Let me get that.
Get him, too.
And I'm like, oh, Kitty Pryde, nice man. They don't usually make figures of those guys.
That's rare. I'm gonna get these.
Well, now I need Jean Grey and Rogue because I got to finish Juggernaut.
And where's all my money?
Yeah, and then I'm like, well, I could just get Spider-Man. And yeah. Now I've got that entire thing right there.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah. All right. Moving on.
All right, we're going to get into cartoons next. This first one we're going to breeze over real fast because it's actually not really so much cartoon information, so much as movie information. You already saw it because it fucked up. Is My Little Pony. The movie comes out in 2017. This is all I'm going to say on this. Am I a brony? Yes. Is that entire bookshelf filled with ponies? Yes. Are they also my fiancés? Yes. It's a really good show.
Are they also my fiancés? No.
It's a really good show that Makes me feel a lot of feels, and is very well written, is very funny, and that's all I really have to say about that. So next.
Plus, what's her face is the Joker.
What's her face is the Joker?
Yeah, Pinkie Pie.
Oh, dude, she's really, yeah, she's pretty awesome. So Big Hero 6 is coming to the small screen. I love this movie. I thought this movie was awesome.
I have yet to see this movie.
I don't understand how that happens. Oh,
You were supposed to show it to me like 3 times.
yeah, and then I'd get blackout drunk, fall asleep. Next time you come down, we'll watch it.
All right.
Along with Wreck-It Ralph, because I don't think you've seen that either.
Nope.
Oh, it's 2 really good movies. Everybody's coming back for this except for, I don't remember.
Dusseldorf.
Damon Wayans' son that plays Wasabi No Ginger. I think is the only dude that's not coming back for the show. I could be wrong. I kind of wish they went with... I don't usually say this because I'm way more a fan of hand-drawn animation or flash animation, but I kind of wish they went with like CGI animation so that it kept itself the same with the movie. Even if the quality was like a little less.
I can see that. Of course, that's difficult to maintain in doing a,
animated series. But there's so many animated series now that are just computer animated.
There are, but I mean, think of the price tags attached with those.
It's Disney. What do they care about price?
Believe me, if they're not making money on it, they care about price.
Fair enough. My package just came. I think I said that. I just don't do. I don't know. If you've ever seen Big Hero 6, I totally recommend it. Like, seriously recommend it. It's a really fun movie. It's actually, if you don't know, it's based on the Marvel comic Big Hero 6, which a lot of people don't realize because they don't throw the Marvel name around in it at all.
I did know that.
I know you knew that, but some other people might. All right, moving on.
They don't dance, and they're no friends of mine.
Yeah, if they don't dance. Moving on, we've got. I said click fucker.
We're going to display Turtle Power.
Turtle Power. All right, so season 5 of Ninja Turtles comes back later this year. All that I really know about it is that Mark Hamill will be playing Cavaxis, Demo Dragon of the Underworld. So I don't know where that storyline is going to take us.
Straight to Mark Hamill's house.
Yeah, in the Underworld. If you haven't watched the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles and you're a Ninja Turtles fan, you're a piece of shit.
Thanks, Tony.
Yeah, no problem. This show is awesome. So many nods, so much nostalgia, It's just
Nostalgia.
Sierra Nelly is doing an amazing job as showrunner for this, and he has been for 4 years. Like Jason Biggs was playing Leonardo for the first 2 seasons, and then he quit or got fired. I don't really know what. So they had Seth Green replace him.
He fucked a pie.
He fucked it. Probably it might be it. So they had Seth Green replace him. They have Leonardo get attacked. And his throat messed up, so there's a reason he sounds different. I love when, I was like, all right, I buy into this 100%. Is it still a stretch? Did you, acknowledge it? Then yes, I'll buy it. I hate when they just change the voices, which is going to happen with that Troll Hunter show I just finished watching on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because Anton Yelchin was the main character.
That's the problem, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. But that's a really good show. If you haven't seen that, watch it. It took me a couple episodes to get into it, though. I kind of, at the beginning, was like, this is kind of garbage. So the biggest cartoon news for 2017, in my opinion, is going to be the new DuckTales, which I think looks amazing. You've got David Tennant as Uncle Scrooge. Why can't I think of his name? Ben something. The dude who plays John Ralphio in Parks and Rec is one of the triplets.
Yeah.
Moynihan from Saturday Night Live is one of the triplets. And Danny Pudi, who is Abed in Community, is one of the triplets. Kate Micucci from Garfunkel and Oates and Scrubs and Raising Hope is Webby. Come on, man. This is going to be such an amazing cast. I also really
all I got to say is it's really going to depend on who's playing Launchpad.
Ben Beckett, whatever. Do you remember those commercials where that dude would sit down and talk to kids about what sounded like a good idea and what sounded like a bad idea? Yeah, that dude, that deadpan guy, he's playing.
Oh, okay, that's perfect then.
Yeah. I like the art style. I've loved DuckTales for years. Like, I have all the DVDs that have been released with the exception of Treasure of the Lost Lamp.
Because
Oh,
I mean, you can still get that on VHS, but that's about it.
yeah, it's pretty expensive on DVD unless I haven't been looking in the right spots. Dude, this, I mean, like, when I heard this was coming out, I, like, fucking lost my mind. I was like, this is going to be so good. Like, and like I said, I like the art style a lot.
Mm.
It should be fun. All right, moving on.
Things not fun.
Things that are not fun. Justice League.
This franchise has yet to prove itself to be fun. I mean, pretty much every DC movie that has come out has been,
Garbage.
yeah, in one form or another.
Garbage made for diaper people.
I mean, Man of Steel was a good movie. Was it a good Superman movie? No. Batman versus Superman. There was a movie somewhere under there,
So I
and
haven't watched any of this stuff.
they edited the hell out of it. They just edited it into garbage oblivion. Like poor directing and poor editing turned that movie into just.
Crap. Could it have been good, you think? If it wasn't edited terribly?
There was a good plot laying underneath everything. Like the story was good. It was what they chose to focus on and what they chose.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Like the credits were like slow mo 5 minutes of the Waynes getting shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's I know Aquaman shows up in the movie. Do the Flash and Cyborg show up in the movie too?
Yes, but they don't show up in the movie. They show up in Lex Luthor's video footage.
Oh, okay.
So Wonder Woman was the best part of that movie.
Really? That's cool.
She acted it perfectly. She looked like she was having fun in the middle of a fight with, Doomsday.
Yeah.
So it was really great to see that. And like by the end, like I mean, Affleck's Batman was good. Affleck's Wayne was more impressive.
Really?
Yeah, he was active as both Bruce Wayne and Batman.
Well, that's pretty
Like
cool.
he used Bruce Wayne's cover to uncover clues as to what was going on with Lex Luthor and nonsense. So it was nice to see that acknowledge the Wayne persona being as important to be used as
The Batman persona. See, that's
Bat-
fucking smart. Good job.
that's fucking smart. Him and Alfred had good chemistry, which was Jeremy Irons.
I was going to say Michael Caine, but that was a different one. Oh,
Yeah.
see, Jeremy Irons is a good pick too, though.
Yeah, he was. He was a great pick.
I like Jeremy Irons.
The only thing I can say is he was, he had this ultra dark, ultra violent world that Zack Snyder's created, and Superman doesn't work well there. They had a lot of good questions raised, like who gave him the right to do this, but then ultimately none of that mattered when it came down to the end of the movie. Like,
So, what do you think? Well, fair enough. But what do you think the plot of Justice League is, or do you know? Because I don't follow DC movies. Sorry, everybody. I think they're great.
basically, they planted seeds of Darkseid in
going straight to it, huh?
yeah, and which is what the comics did when they relaunched with the New 52.
Okay.
So Darkseid's going to be the first villain, and it's going to be they're putting together the Justice League to
Stop.
stop Darkseid. They don't know what they're fighting yet, but
It's going to be bad.
it's going to be bad. So you've got Wonder Woman and Batman forming the Justice League.
Oh, okay. Superman's not part of that?
Superman's dead.
Oh. Tell me more about Wonder Woman, then.
Wonder Woman looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It looks like it's set in World War One,
Oh, cool.
and it's got her and why can't I think of the pilot's name?
Her boyfriend?
Steve Trevor. Yeah, Steve Trevor, played by Chris Pine.
I'm sorry, Chris Pine.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
fighting in World War One, which they hinted at again in the Batman vs Superman movie. Like Lex Luthor had files on Wonder Woman dating back to World War One.
Oh, okay.
So
That's pretty cool. I think
Yeah.
I think she really looks the part too. I don't actually know this
she
actually.
really looks the part. It looks a lot of fun, and if you watch the trailers,
Yeah, I've seen some of the trailers. Or at least
Yeah,
one, that's how. Maybe a teaser
yep.
too.
I'm wondering if they're going to do something with like Vandal Savage or which would be smart.
Yeah. Yeah, if she's not really aging too much, and he doesn't really age, and time just
Yeah.
keeps going. That'd
Yeah.
be smart. Yeah, I enjoy that.
Honestly, the Wonder Woman movie is the first one that looks like it's
Yeah, I
gonna
thought it looked
actually
neat
be
too.
fun to
I mean,
watch.
I think there's a lot of potential with that Ezra kid playing the Flash.
Yeah, I'm.
He's not
I
Grant Gustin, but like at the same time, I don't hate his face or him.
No, and I think what's going to be important is if what looks like they do in the trailer is it's a little bit lighter
Yeah,
than everything
it's
that's come
supposed.
before.
He's supposed to be.
Well, no, I mean not just him, but like in general,
Oh,
the
not
tone
so
of the Justice
heavy.
League trailer seems to be
I got you.
yeah.
All right, so we don't have too much on the next movie because I didn't save a bunch of stuff. But Thor Ragnarok's coming out this year.
Yes, which if by all iterations from any of the comic book or Comic Con footage they've shown so far, with Bruce Banner being chased through the woods by not Valkyries. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, what are they? Jotun?
No, they're not elemental. But yeah, they're being chased through the woods by people from Odinville.
Asgardians?
There you go. Asgardians.
So, I don't know. The first Thor was like a surprise for me. I was like, this is really good because I don't care about Thor.
Yeah.
The second one, I was like, this is kind of more what I expected for a Thor movie. Just something I was like, that's okay.
Yeah.
In little ways, it advances my giant Marvel Universe storyline.
Yeah.
And I felt the same way about Thor Ragnarok. I know a little bit about the storyline behind Ragnarok and all this stuff. And then it came to my attention that Taika Waititi is directing
Was directing it. Yep.
And I was like, what? If you don't know, Taika Waititi is the guy who directed, oh my god, what's the name of that vampire movie?
What We Do in Shadows.
What We Do in Shadows. He's done a lot of stuff with the Flight of the Conchords guys. Like, he's hilarious. And, like, I guess everything I've seen about Thor Ragnarok has this, like, shitty 80s neon vibe to it. That looks like it could be fucking amazing. That one thing where it shows what Thor's been doing during Civil War.
Yes.
Living with that dude in Australia. That was fucking amazing.
That was amazing. I like the concept that they're going with, where they're kind of following World War Hulk, it looks like.
Yeah.
Or not World War Hulk, Planet Hulk, with him in Asgard. So, I love, I can't think of his name right now. Shit. His Hulk. The guy...
Mark Ruffalo?
Mark Ruffalo's Hulk.
Yes. That's the best Hulk out of all of them.
Yeah, it's the best Hulk, out of all of them. He just brings a certain...
mild-manneredness?
Yeah, the mild-manneredness to Bruce Banner that you don't see from everybody. And this kind of nervous energy.
Yeah.
Well, he's still a super nerd.
Yeah, he's always kind of like anxious, which I think makes sense.
Yeah, and just to be able to like see him and have some more screen time with him, as well as that little hint at the end of
It's Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Spoilers.
Which makes me so ready for this movie.
Yeah, apparently Doctor Strange is going to have at least a semi-decent role in Thor
If
Ragnarok.
that's the other half of, like, if you've got Hulk and Asgard and Thor and Doctor Strange and Loki in New York,
I'm okay with that. That sounds like a really fun movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds really good.
Yep.
So actually, despite having one frame for Thor, we had a lot to talk about. Now, moving on to Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm really stoked. I'm trying to avoid information about this, like, to some degree. Sometimes I kind of sneak stuff in. Spider-Man is my favorite superhero. So I don't want to spoil it too much. My opinions on the other Spider-Man movies are... they wax and wane depending on the movie, the character, like little tiny pieces here and there.
I think the only really good one was the first one.
Yeah, I have to wonder if that was simply because it was the first one. It was our first like real Spider-Man movie. I mean, it's Sam Raimi, so you can't really go wrong there.
I think that part of the problem, though, that came with the subsequent ones was after he did, the first one, that they realized this was a profitable mean, it was the #1 movie, and then people realized it was profitable. Sony was like, "Oh, you have to do this now. You have to do this now. Yeah, you need to do Venom. You need to do this." And that was the story.
Well, like Sam Raimi didn't want to do Venom. He didn't want to do the third movie. Period.
Yeah, exactly.
The second one feels really forced.
Yep.
Which sucks, because, like, Dr. Octopus is my favorite Spider-Man villain, and to make him Alfred Molina with, like, no shirt on in a fucking overcoat.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, God, you guys.
Yeah.
I liked Andrew Garfield better than Tobey Maguire as Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
I liked him better as Spider-Man. He was too cool as Peter Parker.
Alright, I see how you feel that way. Like, as Spider-Man, he was the Spider-Man I wanted. I guess Tobey Maguire made a better Peter Parker, but Andrew Garfield made a better Spider-Man.
Better Spider-Man. Exactly. He was, when he was fighting at least in the first one, I didn't see the second one with Andrew Garfield. The first one, he was fighting, the lizard.
Yeah.
And, making all kinds of quips, jumping around, fighting like Spider-Man.
Yep. Oh, no, it was my only weakness.
Yeah.
Or whatever it is. The second one, I was like, woo! I had no problem with Jamie Foxx playing Electro and how they portrayed him. How they portrayed him when he wasn't Electro. I liked that. However, once they turned him into
Electro,
Mr. Freeze Electro.
Yeah.
I was kind of like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is just garbage.
You've forgotten what Electro is.
Yeah. I was like, he's got a ridiculous electric star for a face. I'm sorry, it's ridiculous looking. I get that, but I was still like, you are way off the fucking mark here.
You don't know who this guy's supposed to be.
Exactly.
But
was this kid's name Tom Holland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the Tom Holland... What is it, Michael Keaton's playing the Vulture?
Michael Keaton's the Vulture.
Come on.
Tom Holland is... You've nailed the balance between the two.
Oh, in Civil War? Hell yes, he did. That was a highlight of Civil War to me.
Yeah. He's, this nerdy kid outside of the costume, nervous, and inside the costume, he still is, but he's having fun.
Yeah, it's all about having fun. Like, his moments in Civil War were probably, like I said, the highlights of that movie for me.
Yeah. Oh my God, you got a metal arm? That is so cool.
Yeah, exactly. Just all kinds of stuff. Like when he talks to Captain America about being from, Brooklyn versus Queens and stuff.
Yeah.
Or Brooklyn versus the Bronx, rather.
Yeah, and he's got that perfect accent, too.
Yeah, he does.
Queens. You said you were right, Queens.
Oh, is it Queens? Okay.
He's from Queens.
People are complaining about this costume.
There's nothing wrong with that costume.
I'm indifferent to it. I know that he's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing. Like, if a costume is so drastic, like Electro, that I don't know who you're supposed to be, that's the only time I ever really have an issue with it.
Well, I mean, like, what on there doesn't look like
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And you've gone back to the fact that he has web shooters.
Yeah, which I like.
You can see them.
Yeah, they're not, like, hidden underneath God knows what.
Yeah. Like, in all essences, though, like, compare that to a picture of Spider-Man from the comics, that's the costume.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing he's really missing is webbing glider in the armpit.
He's not.
He has those?
Didn't you see that?
No.
Yeah. Watch the trailer, man.
See, I told you, I try to keep myself out of these things.
Yeah. No, there was a teaser before the trailer came out.
Yeah.
And it was, fucking, wow, what can I think of his name? Happy Hogan at Peter's place. Like, showing up at Peter's place. He's like, He's like, what are you wearing? He's like, what? He's like, what? No, well, put this on. Here. And he throws him a case.
Yeah.
And then it shows him jumping. He literally backflips over that helicopter in this picture right here and opens the things and has the gliders.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep.
And there he is, Tom Holland. No, see, that screams Spider-Man to me. I mean, is it the classic Spider-Man costume that looks exactly the same for how many years? No.
No, I mean, it's got like 1 or 2 extra marks on it, but essentially that's
the Spider-Man costume.
Yeah, there's nothing not Spider-Man about that.
No, not at all. He's even got the right slight build.
Yeah, exactly. That is Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. How about this son of a bitch?
Oh, God.
This is going to be so good. I can't even, like, here's some concept art for, yeah, because that's right, Yondu joins them, and who's the girl, Mantis?
Who?
The girl with the little dealy boppers on her head.
I don't know.
I think it's Mantis. I'm not really sure, though.
No.
You know, you've got, this movie's just, I mean, if you saw the first Guardians of the Galaxy, there's nothing, that girl right there.
Yeah. Don't know who that is.
I think it's Mantis. I'm not sure. I could be making shit up. Like, if you've seen the first one, there's nothing that we're gonna say.
Yeah.
That like this movie's just so fun and so great. And if go watch the trailer. Stop this video right now. I mean, come back. I mean, like it before you leave. But
yeah,
go watch the trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's
first off, the fact that they're calling it Volume 2.
Yeah, exactly.
They're doing all their best to make it like a fucking album.
Yeah. With the I can't.
Yeah, remember. Mantis.
It is Mantis. Okay.
Yep.
It's just, I mean, it's gonna be great. Like, look at little Groot. Look at little Groot on his shoulder. Is that not enough for you? How about this face?
Aww.
He's so little, and he steals the little Doomsday device and just runs off with it. Like, that's awesome.
Yep.
I'm not trying to glance over too much. I mean, we're running a little tight on time, but not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, the basic thing you can say is, you know, I first saw the Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, in the theater.
I saw it like months later when it was out, like on Amazon
and
Video.
I was beside myself because
exactly
never, having been a fan of Marvel Comics and, you know, just, and, you know, not being overly familiar with a lot of the characters.
Yeah, not the space stuff. Like, the space and mystic stuff are always like, I don't know who that is.
I had a good idea of who people were going in, but they did them all justice. They made a storyline where you still had a touchstone.
Yep.
Yeah, but you were still out in this outlandish world that you've never been to. You know, you've never seen, and you like getting to see the Collector, the wow, what again?
Howard the Duck.
Yeah, or the Duck. Getting to see
that space dog. I can't think of his name.
Yeah, getting to see like the them mining from the body of a Celestial.
Yeah,
like all this stuff. Like you just as a comic book fan growing up in the age that we did, you were just like, you ain't never gonna see this.
Yeah, no. These are all. This is all such. I don't want to use the term because they're not really anymore. But this is all such B-list shit.
Yeah. That you're never going to see it on the screen.
Yeah, exactly. I'm never going to see, the Watcher, which I don't think we have yet, but you get my point.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, oh, okay, there's a Fantastic Four movie. You're going to see Galactus. That's about it.
Did we, though?
No, we didn't. We did not.
I will say this right now to the
entire
internet.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck the Fantastic Four.
The movie or them in general?
Mostly the movie, but them in general, too. I hate it.
Okay.
Marvel property I fucking hate.
Anyway.
Now
you're getting set to see Taserface on the screen.
Taserface?
You've seen the Nova Corps.
Yep. Ego, the Living Planet?
Yeah. And I think what was best about the first one is the tagline, "You're welcome."
Yeah, I love that the poster just said, Guardians of the Galaxy, you're welcome.
Like
geez.
And you're right.
Thank you.
You're right. Thank you.
Thank you, James Gunn. Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve everything. You've brought so much joy to my life.
You really did. And
are going to be bringing so much more.
All right, so that's it for movies for us. We'll kind of shoot over. We're going to run over an hour, but that's okay. You guys can watch the whole thing. We're getting into games now. We'll make this one real fast, this part. So, if you know us in any way, shape, or form, we're actually really big fans of tabletop role-playing games, board games, things of that nature. The biggest thing, in my opinion, that's coming out this year, we played Pathfinder, which is a advanced version of Dungeons & Dragons 3.5 before they went to 4th edition, which was garbage.
Before they went rogue.
And now they're like on Dungeons & Dragons Next, which is still trash from what I understand, but better in some ways. I don't know. I hate it. I won't touch it. However, in August of this year, of 2017 rather, they're going to be making Starfinder.
That's right.
Here, I'll read the thing. Take your favorite fantasy RPG to the stars. Set thousands of years in Pathfinder's future, Starfinder is a standalone role-playing game evolved from the Pathfinder rules and designed to bring you a whole new universe of science fantasy adventure. Play alien race.
Play alien races.
Oh my god. Both new and familiar as you explore the mysteries of a weird galaxy. Will you be an android assassin fulfilling corporate contracts? Or a pluggy rat folk mechanic? A spell-hacking Lashunta technomancer? Or a Rakish human pilot? Uncountable worlds are waiting for you and your intrepid crew. There's going to be a rule book and supplements and all kinds of adventure paths and stuff. I don't care for the artwork for this announcement thing. However...
No, it kind of lacks from the traditional Pathfinder artwork.
Yeah, the original Pathfinder art's pretty fucking awesome. I actually found that artist. I forget his name, but I found out who he was. I saw a bunch of his stuff. That's going to be super dope. Talking about super dope.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you can tell. You can't really. That's a Nintendo neon sign, and that's every cover of Nintendo Power and the Power Glove and Luigi thing, and a collection of Nintendo paraphernalia and amiibos and a bunch of NES games. And I'm a real big Nintendo fanboy, like a lot. I like all their systems. I will say the Wii U was a flop, and I will say that the Virtual Boy was a flop, but everything else is amazing. So,
the Wii U was a flop, but I will say
marketing.
that for marketing and from it didn't have a lot of games that used it the way it could.
No, it doesn't. It still doesn't. It didn't like. I haven't turned my Wii U on in I don't know how long, and I bought right before I moved down to East Haven, which was 2 months ago. Maybe 2 weeks before that, I bought Paper Mario Color Sploosh, whatever the fuck it's called. And like I played it like pretty intensely for a while, but then I just kind of like it's not even plugged into the HDMI port.
But I mean, I think one of the best games that we've played on it that utilized it like you should was Gearwalk.
That game is so amazing,
and that was a game originally designed for a tablet.
Yeah. What? Of course, it makes sense on the Wii U.
Yeah.
But we're not talking about the Wii U. We're talking about the Nintendo Switch.
Uh-huh.
Which, first and foremost, I have to say, it's the first time in the last 2 generations that I did not hate the name of a Nintendo system. I think Wii and Wii U were the dumbest fucking names you could give something. I hate them. That being said, I own both. This is actually I have to get it repaired because the motherboard fried on it, but this is I don't know if you can actually see it in the camera if I'm just holding it. This is the Wii that I got opening day when the Wii first came out. And it's filled with games that I need to somehow get off of
it. Come back in.
Yeah. But I can get it repaired at Nintendo.com and just send it in, which is pretty dope.
Yeah. But, I mean, I do believe that the way that they're going with this system is is something that they've been trying to do with the last couple systems.
Yeah.
But to a much more extreme and probably better outcome.
There is... Let me double check this date because I forgot. They're doing a Nintendo Direct for the Nintendo Switch in January. I think it's the 12th.
Like what? You just order it direct from them?
No. Nintendo Direct is like those like little conferences Nintendo does. They'll put a video on YouTube. They'll talk about the Switch. Because all we know really is that like is that trailer they showed us. Mm-hmm. A couple images here and there, and a lot of stuff is hearsay.
Yeah.
You know, there's talk that the battery. If you don't know, you've got the system on your left. Is when you dock it. The actual tablet is the system. The dock just transfers it to
TV.
Your TV.
I've heard, like again, you said most of it's hearsay, is that it runs slightly slower, not in the dock.
Yes, like there's a graphical downgrade when you take it out. But you can see the thing that's coming off, the 2 Joy-Cons, as they call them, can well, here you go. This is a really good picture. They act as separate things. You can take 2 Switches out with you and play a 4-player game sitting around your local park bench at your local basketball-torium.
Yeah, the basketball-torium.
I forget what it's called. It is January 12th.
Okay.
There's a Nintendo Direct for the Switch on January 12th. You know,
Yeah, we'll learn a lot more about the console.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's all hearsay.
But they've always been trying to make it like a party game system, like a multiplayer, extreme multiplayer, and this feels like the first time that you're able to take it to somebody else's house easily and play multiple players.
Exactly. I think that's really cool. I wonder. You're just saying that. I wonder if you take it to somebody's house and they've got a Switch, right?
Yeah.
Can they dock it in the TV? I imagine they must be able to. And then you have your little one, so you still have 4 players, except 2 people are playing on the big ass TV.
Right. I would imagine you'd be able to do that. Yeah.
I do too. I wonder though. I don't know. I'm super excited. It comes out in March. The Nintendo Direct is in 14 days, 2 weeks. From the day we're recording this. And yeah, super stoked. I love everything Nintendo, pretty much, especially the history. Did you ever play Banjo-Kazooie?
God, have I?
I didn't. I played a little bit of Banjo-Tooie at a friend's house when I was a kid.
No, I played the first 2, and then after that,
is the 2. I think it might be the Game Boy one.
There's shit after that.
Oh, but then you've got if you don't know, Banjo-Kazooie, you're a bear and there's a bird and you're jumping around, and it's a 3D platformer collection kind of game. And it was made by Rare, and it was on the N64. And eventually Rare got bought by Microsoft, so they couldn't make games for Nintendo stuff like Banjo-Kazooie, and then they just kind of fell into, disrepair and nobody cared about it anymore.
Right.
Well, last year, a bunch of people, former employees of Rare, decided that they were going to make a spiritual successor to Banjo-Kazooie. And they called it Yooka-Laylee. And instead of a bear and a bird, you're a chameleon and a bat.
Oh, I thought that was just the thing she was wearing on her head.
Oh, no, not the bat. I think it looks amazing. I think it's going to be a super fun time. I love games in this genre. I think good ones come very few and far between. I do not like Ratchet and Clank, but I did like Jak and Daxter. I've got really high hopes for this. I like that they're working with companies like Playtonics, who's going to throw Shovel Knight in this game. And I mean, if you don't know who Shovel Knight is,
get out there and shovel.
Get out there and shovel and find out who Shovel Knight is. It's probably in my top 5 games I've played in the past year. Definitely one of my top 5 games.
I like to play Knight.
I like to play Shovel Knight. I also have this picture of the bad guy from Yooka-Laylee, because he's just a bee in a business suit. And his stat.
Oh my God! It's Pork Pie.
Who's Pork Pie?
The bee in the pork pie hat that Derek would summon.
Oh. Hello, I'm Business Bee. Pork Pie Business Bee. I like his little wand. Looks like a bubble wand. I think that's pretty funny. So that's Yooka-Laylee. Check that out if you like. This game, really under the radar, but I think it's going to be amazing, is Cuphead in Don't Deal with the Devil. This looks like a cartoon. This doesn't look like a game.
No, this is straight up a cartoon from the 1940s.
It's supposed to be stupid fucking hard, too. You can't see really good there, but you're either Cuphead or Mugman. You can see better in this picture. And it's about you making a deal with the devil and then trying to get your soul back.
Yeah, I've done that before.
But it's boxing frogs and shit of that nature.
Yeah. Everything looks like it's straight out of, a cartoon from your nightmares.
Yeah, basically. It basically looks like a cartoon from your nightmares. Or from the 1930s that has color. Like Bosco. Remember Bosco?
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is our final thing that's going to be totally fucking rad for 2017. The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild. God, I can't wait for that.
Neither can I. I am so hyped for this game. It's going to be out
as of right now. It's supposed to be for the Wii U and for the Switch.
Whether it's a launch title or not, I guess we'll find out. Launch title for the Switch, rather. I'm assuming, after all the things that I've read, that it's actually going to not be a launch title and come out a month and a half, 2 months later. That's my wager. I love that this is it's like Monster Hunter plus Zelda plus what was the other game that I was thinking about? What's the survival game? Why can't I think of the thing I'm thinking of? Not Far Cry. I don't know, but the fact that like your weapons break, your shields break, you have to eat every so often, or you won't. You'll lose health.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all about surviving. There's not, from what I understand, there's not traditional dungeons. Like we know them. There's a lot of these little, I don't know what they're called, temples or shrines or something, and there's like 100 of them or something that you go through. And they're like little micro dungeons, but that's where you get all the stuff. That's your stuff.
Right. Yeah.
We know next to nothing about the storyline. I mean, we literally know nothing about the storyline.
Yeah, I don't care. After seeing all this, I'm okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, storyline's never been really the forefront in Zelda games, except
It's always the same story.
Yeah, except for Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
That one had a different story since it was, spoiler alert, you got 3 seconds to turn off your thing. It's the first Zelda. So the Master Sword is forged. Ganon is created, basically. You know what I mean? Like it's so there's a lot of stuff in that. Got moblins. I'm just glancing over this stuff because I'm sure we're gonna do a whole video about this game once it comes out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can use your Wolf Link amiibo from Twilight Princess HD to help you in this game. Which is a little weird to me. Like, because it's Link and Link. I mean, he doesn't turn into Link, he just stays the wolf. So I guess that's cool in that regard, but just a little weird.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's it's an innocuous way to add the amiibos in,
Yeah, sometimes it feels a little forced, sometimes it's innocuous.
Yeah.
I think the whole, with like Disney, canceling Disney Infinity, so they're not making those toys to life anymore. The Skylanders, who were the first ones, are kind of faltering.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Toys to Life is really going to be a big push of the next year. I don't know how amiibos are doing in sales. I mean, I know
people collect them, so.
Yeah, I mean, I have like the ones I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a couple other random ones that came with games and shit.
I think the Disney Infinity was a good idea. I just think that they didn't.
Their game, see that open source toy box game.
Yeah.
Is cool. Not open source, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but it wasn't fleshed out enough. Like it wasn't intuitive.
No.
It was pretty difficult to navigate.
Right.
The actual levels of the game were dumb. Like that would.
The problem was that they need to separate it. Like the way that Disney parks are separated.
Oh, that's a smart way to put that.
So you would have Adventureland. You would have.
That would have been really smart on their part.
Right?
That would have been really cool.
Like all the Marvel stuff, go over here. Here's Marvel levels where you're fighting bad guys.
Yeah. Here's Disney levels where you collect seashells.
Right. Like Mario type levels where you're using all the Disney characters.
Yeah.
Adventureland where you have like your Tom Sawyer and your pirates and your stuff.
All that jazz.
Yeah.
No, see that's cool. I also the Disney Infinity their figures were actually really nice.
They were. I really enjoyed them. Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. And I mean, you can still find them in stores if you're just about collecting. They're everywhere, and they're all like I went to Toys R Us.
You can go to a GameStop and find tons of used ones.
Yeah, I went to Toys R Us and they're all like 30% off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just kind of pick them up for yourself. If you just want the dudes.
Yep. But I think that's you gotta you can't try to cram them all into the same game.
No, that just won't work. And you have to have them all in there, and then you're releasing like Disney 2.0, Disney 3.0, or Disney Infinity rather, and it's just like clumping the games on top of each other.
Yeah. You need to be releasing like little things that will give you new levels for.
I mean, they do. There's like the little toys that are new levels, but those levels aren't very well thought out or like done well. They're just like I don't know.
I think it would have been behooved them to like. Have you ever played Lego Marvel Superheroes?
Yes, I did actually.
How you have that entire city of New York?
Oh, I never got that far. I'll say that.
Oh, okay.
I only played that with BJ for a little while, and then it froze on us twice in the same spot.
That's weird.
Yeah,
I've never had problems with it, but you get to a part where you have, you have the levels inside different buildings, but you have an entire Lego New York. Where
that's pretty rad.
There's bad guys popping up. There's purse snatchers. There's all kinds of, like, fires need to be put out and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So how would that not be your go-to
Like
level
form for Disney Infinity? Yeah.
for, like, at least the superhero part?
Yeah, exactly.
Here's the Marvel Disney World.
Star Wars.
You can
Disney
pop
World,
it.
they do the same
Yeah,
thing.
you can pop in every character you want, and then
Just play in Marvel Land.
Marvel Land or Adventureland. Here's Adventureland. Here's, you have pirate ships. You have all this stuff, and you have all these
The Jungle Cruise.
repeating quests like Jungle Book, like all this other kind of stuff.
Yeah. No, I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so that's
That's our idea. Our idea.
the idea. You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right, so that basically sums it up for our 2017. Dwayne, speed it up. You're so slow right there.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Really appreciate
Please
it.
like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, please, because it makes our lives a little bit easier, and we're just looking for more subscribers and comments right now, so we can.
Yeah.
more fun
Tell us
stuff
what you
for
like. Tell us what you don't like. Give us ideas for new shows.
Yep, we do have a Patreon if you want to go there, and you don't have to though. I don't blame you, considering the production. But you would increase our production value, and our videos would look nicer.
It'll look better.
Anyway.
You.
I'm Tony. You can find me on Twitter at Mr. Meat and Cheese